Good morning and welcome to Faith Fridays with Coach Ellis. This is the day I spend just a few minutes talking and speaking with you about issues of faith, nuggets that will take you through your day. So for the last several weeks, we've been dealing with how to defeat the giants in your life. And we talked about the story of David and Goliath. We talked about it doesn't matter why you're there facing a giant, you're there. It doesn't matter what people say on the path to getting there. You can't let people talk you out of fighting the things in your life. The third thing we talked about is that you can win. We're using someone else's stuff, someone else's story, someone else's testimony. You can't fight your giant using someone else's stories. The fourth thing we talked about is this idea that you can either trash talk or truth tell. The difference between trash talking and truth telling, Ronnie, is that when you trash talk, it's all about you. When you truth talk, it's about what God can and will do. Then we start looking at the 5 stones that David picked up. Last week, Lady D, we talked about the first stone that he picked up. It was the keystone. And so this week, I want to talk about the second smooth stone he picked up. He didn't use the stone, but he picked it up, and I believe he picked up. If he picked up a keystone last week, I believe he picked up a millstone this week. And so I said, "Well, what's a millstone, Coach?" Well, I'm glad you asked me. If you're a little older than about 20 years old, actually, if you're not 40 years old, you may not know what a millstone is. But here's what a millstone is. Back in the ancient days, the millstone was used to sharpen the edges of swords and axes and spears. The millstone, it's a grainy stone that allows you to take your sharp edge, rub it against it, and the friction begins to sharpen the edge. If you're going to have a razor sharp edge, you have to grind. You have to have some friction between the millstone and your metal. This is, in essence, what the Bible talks about, the metaphor about iron sharpening iron. This stone is designed to provide enough friction to sharpen your edges. Now, when we fight the giants in our life, we need our edges sharpened. Sometimes that when we go to fight them, we want to defeat them with the sharp edges. And while we need to sharpen our edges, that we don't always need to use those edges to win. In fact, if you take a look at a sword, an axe, or a spear, the killing edge, the sharp edge, is only one part of it. But a wise user of this instrument, whether it's a sword, spear, or an axe, uses the handles, uses the pole, uses the other parts just as well. David picked up this millstone, understanding that the rough part of that will help sharpen his attack. When we go after our giants, if we use this stone, we will indeed plunge into the heart of what is in front of us. But I would tell you, the millstone is used mostly for us, not for our giant. It's used to sharpen us. It's used to help hone our skills, to help develop new techniques and procedures in what we do. This millstone could very well be used for the enemy, but it's designed for us. And if we are going to defeat the giants in our life, we need to make sure we rub against some hard things. As a father, I hope to help my children avoid a lot of things, but what I came to realize is that some things they will never learn if they don't go through for themselves. Oh, I can tell them about it, and they can hear my experience, but they will not know it. They will not own the answer to it until they go through themselves, and there's a sharpening process. In fact, in business, we tell folks all the time that you fail forward. You learn how to fail and sharpen your edges through those failures so you can eventually win. So what I want to convey to you on this day, at this time, on this Faith Friday, is that when you're fighting the giants in your life, sometimes the stones you pick up are meant to sharpen you, and they're not meant for your enemy. So I want you to have a great, one tabulous, sharpening Faith Friday. If you got any comments, hit us below. Catch us on Facebook at Coach Ellis, or send us an email at coach@elliscrum.net. Until next week, have a fantabulous, faith-sharpening Friday. God bless you. Bye-bye.